The only thing that's constant in the sport of MMA seems to be change. And at some point, no matter how good you are, no matter how dominant you are, the proverbial guard is going to change. And that's exactly what happened. So many good things to say about Alexa Grasso's performance. Boxing was outstanding. We've come to see from the Mexican fighters that their boxing, their hands are really crisp, really good. Their striking game all around is really good. I was very surprised to see Valentina seemingly not want to strike with Alexa and going for a lot of takedowns and trying to win this fight on the ground, which is something that almost never happens with Valentina Shevchenko. She would prefer to stand right on the feet and knock you out and piece you up. This was not the case in this particular fight. So to force an elite level striker, somebody who's been competing in Muay Thai since she was a little girl, to want to shoot on you and go for a discipline that she kind of ascertained later in life and not stick with her bread and butter really speaks to how good Alexa Grasso's striking actually really is. And then I think what truly won her the fight was her doing her homework and reading the tendencies. Obviously somewhere, and if there's a clip that I saw on Instagram today of Alexa Grasso in the back with a training partner. The training partner was doing that spinning back kick, and she was shooting in and taking the back right as the back of the training partner was being exposed, which is exactly, it reminded me of Conor McGregor working that left hand, that jump back left hand that took Jose Aldo out when he won the belt all those years ago. It was a similar sort of situation. She was working that exact movement, that exact technique in the back before she walked out, and she landed it flawlessly. The first few times Valentina threw that spinning back kick, Alexa just kind of stepped back and got a read for it. Stepped back 2 or 3 times, and she was like, okay, you know what? Now I feel like I can time this spin kick, and when she does it again, I'm going to grab the back. And the veracity with which she grabbed the back and then jumped and put those 2 hooks in and sunk in that rear naked choke shows that she's not just a great boxer, not just a great striker. Her submission game is coming along really well. I just think Mexican MMA over the next decade as a whole, with Yair Rodriguez, Brandon Moreno, now Alexa Grasso, a performance institute being built in Mexico, that we're going to see a massive influx of champions and really good fighters coming from Central America and specifically Mexico, because they have the fighting spirit, they have the heart, they have the hands, and now they're putting together the rest of the game.
Yeah, and not only the nation gets behind them, but I feel like the entire Latin world gets behind these fighters, and it's really something awesome to see. And Alexa Grasso, one thing that sticks out to me is the seizing your opportunity. And obviously this is a big one. You're going out there for the world title fight. That's a big opportunity. But she took every inch that she was given in that fight. And Valentina's so hard to beat. She's so good everywhere. But she knew, as I knew personally, and me and Crew Bob were talking about this, as soon as she threw that spin and Alexa jumped on it, Bob looks at me and goes, "Oh, they've been practicing that one." And that was before we'd even seen the pre-fight stuff where they were practicing it before. As soon as we saw her spin and then she jumped that damn back take and got her hooks in and everything, we're like, "Oh my God, she practiced that whole thing." And then Valentina fell for it. Valentina's so good at spinning, and she usually does it in every fight, so it's to be expected. But it's very hard to take advantage of it because she usually spins so fast, and she does it when she knows she's in a safe place inside the cage and inside the fight to do it.
And it's a risk. You don't want to step right into a knockout or a devastating body kick.
Right. And, sometimes fighters will throw a secondary spin, a secondary strike on a spin. They might throw a kick and then there's a fist coming right behind it. So Alexa Grasso definitely did her homework on that. The game plan was really good. You have to go in there and outbox Valentina. You got to go dirty box with her. You got to make this ugly. Straight 1s and 2s down the pipe. Valentina is very good with her Muay Thai movement. She's very patient. She knows exactly what she's doing as far as the ranges and the striking goes. But, man, Alexa Grasso bit down on the mouthpiece, came in with straight, powerful punches, and was able to start making Valentina respect her power so much that Valentina started looking for takedowns. And Valentina is very good on the ground. She can move on the ground and submit people just as good as anybody in the women's flyweight or any of the divisions for the women. But Alexa Grasso jumped that back take, and I don't know if y'all saw that picture of the jawline, but Valentina's face was like red.
She was about to be missing some teeth if she didn't tap.
I'm colorblind, and I could see the top of her face was red, and then the bottom had this line on it. So I don't even know if the rear naked choke was fully under the chin. It didn't look like it was, but it looked like she was crushing her jaw. And if she didn't tap, then something bad would have happened. So while it killed Valentina to tap, I know that was the right move. You go out on your shield, and nobody, thinks that Valentina is a slouch now that she lost one fight. I mean, she's been the queen of all women's fighting for a very long time. And in my opinion, she will probably be the favorite and will likely get her hand raised in the rematch, which she absolutely deserves. But Alexa Grasso, it was her night, and she did exactly what she needed to do. The only thing is you can't take that exact same game plan in on Valentina for part 2, because Valentina will go study. She knows exactly how to make the improvements and make the adjustments to go get her hand raised. And I was saying it afterwards. I feel bad for whoever has to step in the cage and step into the training room for Valentina for this next camp going forward, because she's going to be a woman on a mission, and she's going to be trying to take everybody's head off leading up to the next fight. And Alexa Grasso's the champ now, credit to her, but I think she's got a very tough first title defense on her hands.
But no